Yo, what's good YouTube? What's up, Playboys? It's your boy Jayden. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm in a park very close to my house. It's very nice, it's sunny, it's beautiful. Well, I guess sunny, that's normal because I live in Spain, right? So it's always sunny, all right? And so, today in this video, I want to talk about how to actually retain girls, okay? How to actually convert girls. Because the hardest part of meeting women is getting them to see you again or having some form of continuation with them, okay? Before you learn how to do that, okay, you're struggling with building attraction, starting conversations, being confident to do approaches and to be courageous and to put yourself out there and all of that kind of stuff, right? And so, but that doesn't take a long time to become good at, okay? Maybe to master it takes a long time, but to become good enough to do an approach, good enough to talk to different girls, good enough to make basic, simple conversation with a little bit of humor, with a little bit of flirting, man, I can teach that to a guy in a weekend, okay? So it doesn't take a lot of time, energy, and effort to become good enough, right? To just be like a basic dude who can go up and talk to girls. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna convert them. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna come see you again for a date, okay? And so I want to introduce this concept of multiple touch points, okay? And so I am somebody that's really good with women. I'm good at flirting, communicating, charming, confident, and funny. I don't use humor that much anymore because I'm like 30 now, so I'm not like a funny ha-ha-ha guy anymore. But it is a weapon in my arsenal. That being said, many times in my life, I've met girls, okay? And I've kissed them, touched them, talked to them, sweet talked them, smooth talked them. And for whatever reason, they couldn't go home with me right then and there, okay? So in the club, for example, maybe their friends are cock blocking or, they're the designated driver for the whole group, right? Or for example, maybe I meet a girl in day game, which you also do, right? And I walk up to her, I talk to her, and I knew I had a great conversation with this girl. And I knew that she seems so down for me, right? And you're gonna experience this a lot of times where once you start to put yourself out there and you become better at approaching and talking and conversating and flirting and so on and so forth, you're gonna see that women do like you, okay? And so the question is not, does she like you or does she not like you? Because a lot of people say that, oh, but if she likes you enough, she's gonna come out. Man, I met some girls, they were damn near in love with me, and I still had trouble getting them out, okay? And so, because the nature of what we are doing is cold approach, we are I don't feel like a random person, I feel like I am someone, okay? You also feel like you are someone, okay? So we are somebodies, okay? But for people that we approach today, if I would walk up on a girl right here, I am yet nobody for her. Even if I generate emotions, even if I generate flirting, good banter, good back and forth, all this, spiking of emotion and great topics and fun, and you just know and you feel deep down inside you that you had a really good time with this person. And then surprise, when you text them, when you ask them out, when you try to make actual plans, they're either not showing up or they're flaking or they're not answering or they're busy with their lives and all of that kind of stuff. And so how can we actually get to know women for real? And this is where I want to introduce the concept. It's a concept that comes from sales, okay? And it's so true also in the sales of my coaching program. And when I used to work as a salesman, I was a salesman for 4 years. And so this is a tried and true concept that I'm about to teach you right now, okay? Okay? It's been said, I hope my tea doesn't fall. Great. It's been said that to generate a sale, to create a sale, it takes multiple touch points. Okay, you talk to the customer today. There's a dog. Hello. You talk to the customer today. Maybe they're wishy-washy. Maybe they're not sure of you yet. Maybe they don't know what's up. Okay, you get them on another call, and then maybe sometimes you get them on another call, and sometimes another call. Okay, I've had customers in my pipeline when I used to sell stocks, okay, for a Swedish company back in the day. I speak Swedish. I'm originally born in Sweden, and so I used to have customers. Man, I'd be talking to them for a month or two, and then I got the close. And during this time, what happened was they got to know me over the period of time. I had a touch point with them on Monday, and then next week on Tuesday, and then next week on Thursday, and next week on Friday, okay? And this is the problem, okay, when it comes to cold approach pickup. You just don't have enough touch points, okay? So the person, the woman likes you, is interested in you. You feel like she's under your influence when she's in front of you. This is all what I've been trying to say to you guys. You really do feel like you're in control, you're in charge, you're in power, and you have her under your influence, maybe under your spell, so to speak, when she's right in front of you. But then when you separate and you go back to your life, or she goes back to her life, and you're texting, you're talking, you're asking her out or calling her or whatever, she's no longer in front of you, okay? And so you might not get to that next touch point. And again, to generate a sale takes multiple touch points. And I'll give you a couple examples when I've done this in cold approach pickup, okay? It's happened to me that I met girls in bars, that I met girls in clubs, or even in day game. And we had this spark, we had this connection or this fun time together, okay? And then for whatever reason, they couldn't come with me. But because I live in this city, and many of the girls that I meet also live in this city, we run into each other again at the next party, okay? And that's another touch point. And then maybe now they start to answer my text messages a little bit more, but they still don't come out. And then I run into them at the supermarket, like a week or 2, 3 weeks later. And then I'm like, come on, let's do it. And then they actually come out on the date, and then we actually hook up, and then we actually have something together, okay? And so how do you create more of this in your cold approach, okay? This is what I've been building up to the whole video, okay? The whole video I've been building up to just this. How do you generate the level of familiarity that you need for a person to be comfortable enough to see you again and again and again? Because you don't just want to be going out all the time. You want to actually get somewhere with the women that you talk to. And so this is what we're going to talk about right now. Short answer is you just can't, okay? You can do some things like have an instant date or have longer conversations or ask deeper questions. That definitely helps. But really, you can't. And so what I always tell all the guys is this. You want cold approach to be a supplement, not the main thing. You want to start hobbies, activities, and you want to get to a space, for example, salsa or bachata or yoga class, where there's multiple women there, beautiful women there, and you want to get to this space and you want to start this activity, okay, for 2 reasons. Number 1, you're building a skill, so it's making you more attractive. And number 2, you're running into the girls over and over again. And so, for example, let's say you start salsa and bachata. First day you show up. You're cool, you're charming, you're charismatic, because why? Because you do cold approach. You go out to bars, you go out to clubs, you do stuff, you put yourself out there. You're gonna get more comfortable in your skin naturally, okay? And so when you show up to salsa, bachata, yoga class, let's go with salsa, okay? So you show up to salsa class. First day, you meet Jenny, you flirt with her, you talk with her, you have fun with her. Maybe you get her number, maybe you don't get her number. It doesn't really matter because she's showing up to these classes every week, okay? Because all these classes are weekly, monthly, yearly, ongoing, right? And so people pay and they show up. And so she has a chance to see you in an environment, okay, where it actually makes sense. Okay, you are somebody from her class. You're maybe a friend of a friend now. Maybe you met other girls there. Maybe you're having a little bit of a flirt with other girls in that environment. Maybe now she can see that you're confident, you're charming, you're charismatic. She's running into you this week on Monday, and this week on Friday, and next week on Wednesday, okay? It's so easy to ask a girl out in that type of situation, and they always show up, man. They always show up, they're always there, and you can actually do something with them. And so I always say this to guys, and I said it to guys both inside my coaching and outside my coaching: start a hobby, start an activity, start something that there's beautiful women there, right? And surprise, surprise, as soon as they do that, we talk again in a week or 2 or 3 or a month, okay? And then they have a girlfriend. It's always like that, okay? Other options as well is through your work or through your business. Now, I'm almost 30. I'm turning 30 this year in August, okay? My whole life, I've always met girls outside of work, not where, you know, the concept of don't shit where you eat? I've always cold approached, okay? But the older I get, I rent out, apartments. In my other business, I rent out apartments, rooms, things like this. And so nowadays, if I see a cute girl there, I'll just I'll not go up to her because we're it's maybe a potential client or whatever. So basically, she's coming up to me. But what I'm trying to say is, I just go full on flirting. I asked them out. I said, let's go on a date. And guess what happens? They always show up. We always have something, okay? And so you want the bulk of your energy and effort and activity to be around building a skill and being around skill building activities where there are women there, and then you can just be a flirty, charming, charismatic guy, and you're definitely gonna meet someone. And then you want cold approach to be the supplement. You don't want to take it so seriously. So when you are going out to get a coffee, or like me, I came to the park now, you can talk to girls on the way to the park, you can talk to the girls on the way to to your work, or to your school, or to the activity, or from the activity. But you want your main focus to be around that skill building activity, and then there you can generate so many dates, okay? You can hook up with all of the girls from fucking bachata or salsa or yoga or whatever, right? And so it's a different way of thinking about it. It's lifestyle versus hustle and grind, okay? Because I did hustle and grind from when I was 19 until, quite recently. And you don't want to be like the guy who always is stuck on level 1, which is, always having to put yourself out there. You also want to be in environments and meet women in an organic way. And you want that to be the primary driver for your dating life. And then on top of that, like salt sprinkled on a good meal, you want cold approach to be something that A, makes you sharp, okay, because talking to random people makes you sharp, okay, and B, can give you those extra dates or fun experiences that you can have on the side, okay? So that's all I have to say in this video, okay? If you like this video, okay, like the goddamn video, comment down below, okay, let's have a chat, and I'll subscribe, and I'll see y'all, my playboys, in that next video. Peace.